back, guys. It has been over 3 months since we officially ended up going live. I am sorry if it has been a very long time. Things are changing, things are automatically moving forward. What have you guys been up to? It's amazing. So, one thing you want to know is I have changed a whole lot. I'm not who people say I am. I'm not a monster. I'm not a liar. I'm not a deceiver. I am not anybody's sex toy. And because I'm pointing out at the beginning of what needs to be done, hit that like and subscribe and jump into today because we got a big one and we have two more videos to be able to finish. And I pray that everything is going to work out for everybody. Like I said, there is still a lot of changes. So just work with me and be able to know that it's all working out for good. In the meantime of this, have you guys watched any sports recently? Have you guys been watching any previews of what's going on in life? Have you guys been watching the government? What have you guys been up to? So we ended up corroding and bloating the last time, which is another way of communicating in the best manner. If somebody has a problem with someone, you should be able to stand up and deal with it. Oh, yeah. Sponsoring by a lot of people that are going on. Look up some Twist. You guys can get it at your local one store that is going to be 5 minutes away from anybody's house. You got a 3, a 6, a 9, a 2.6, a 3.5. Okay. To be sponsored here is it's better little pod, but let me understand. When I say little, I'm saying what seems like a very, very small device is a very destructive device, but I'm obviously sponsoring because that is what's up. In the meantime of this, I want to end up knowing what is happening and changing. Yes, this is a real video. Yes, I ended up fixing things. Yes, they have blue gloves on. Pointing all these out, this hits more than 15 puffs at all costs. And exactly what I'm saying is every 15 puffs, when you end up getting these, the big devices, that is watermelon bubblegum ice, right? They're going to start with ice and then they're going to work themselves up to it. If I need to show you guys what it looks like on the box, I will. You see this little creature on the back? You see this creature. The creature it looks like a big fish going in a big circle, but it's not. The best part about it is once you look this up, you'll be like, wait, what? What is he talking about? Well, I obviously ended up helping my neighbor out with a few of them too. So that has been taken care of. I will have to show you guys the box that I got. It has a lot of changes. This is another bottle of juice that is still going out there. Like I said, this is the bottle vape juice of nicotine, which is still going, like everybody agreed on, up to a point. This is the word naked. That's the bin name of the juice. You can look it up at your closest store, and you can get anything from what you call a gas station. The gas station is becoming the vape shop or smoke shop or drug stop. Wherever you want to end up doing, like I said, well, as soon as you end up getting these, this is going to be better than this, than the tobacco gold twist, which is another thing. And the reasons why I'm sponsoring it is because I need to end up knowing that this is great. good news, and you can say, cool, he has changed a whole lot. What does that mean, right? You have to change your mindset, you have to change your marbles, and you have to motivate yourself to live outside the box of who you really are, right? If you have a job you want to go out of that way and get a job. If you're like, oh, I need to go to that therapy session, or I need to go to this appointment with my best friend. Well, that appointment, working with a manager behind closed doors right now, it has helped me understand who I am. And I'm not going to tell you guys their names or whatever, because that's messed up for me to tell you a manager's name. Now, there's a lot in the next two videos that is going to be about 40 minutes apiece. And the reasons why that is because this might be the only way that you're going to be able to get it, right? People have said, well, if you're a doctor, why don't you get some blue gloves? Good job. That's a good joke. Have them. And there's also this one, the red one, if you didn't get that at the beginning of the video. I want you to know that I'm not 100% into men. That has never been true. The people and the guy I was telling you about have overreacted about things, have never really come out of the dark, and not willing to put their foot through my rectum, which is funny. You might end up wondering, why is this even going up? What happened in the last 33 months, 4 months, whatever? This is what exactly has happened. Okay. I know for a fact I could have been making videos for the last 4 months, but here's the difference. I chose happiness, or what I thought was happiness, over a relationship. What I thought was gratefulness and not being crazy. I've been spending time with my neighbor, which eventually ended up relapsing and doing marijuana, which is something that 99% of the planet is going to eventually fall into if we do not know what we're doing. That's going to be very harsh, and it's going to be distracting. Oh yeah, the best part about it is once you end up making these videos and you're like, yeah, I'm going to look that up, I'm going to end up doing. The best part about it is I get to do this not because I'm a person in society, because I know what is right and wrong. Is it right to promote something that is not your company? No. Yes. The reasons why it's no, I shouldn't be putting it out there, because people are eventually going to be jealous. They're going to be like, well, maybe I'm going to go search for those. They're not cheap, but they do last a very long time. We're not saying 2 weeks. We're saying they last 17 months. And there's things that I've had, I'm just pulling them out of my room, right? And when I finally came across and buying this, better things are coming, right? It's better than CBD oil. It's better than alcohol. It's better than women. It is better than choices that eventually made me. It is better than me dating a man that believes that they love me, or they care about me, or they want to care about my butt, or whatever it might be. But when I say but, I'm trying to communicate something, and in my head it has kind of twitched, right? I've had to go backwards a long time ago. Shout out to my ex-girlfriend. She ended up getting in trouble 3 times. I don't know why. I'm just shouting out to her, putting it up there just because I know that eventually it's going to fall into place. What I think is going to happen. But not for once is it going to change. Another big thing you want to understand is when I'm shouting out to these people, it is just understanding. I'm doing this because I want to help people not only figure out what they're doing in their life that is wrong, but can also figure out that one person says that they're going to call the police on you because they are gay, lesbian, bisexual, whatever it might be. The reasons why these people are going to do that is because they have no heart. And because they don't have a heart, it is going to affect you. The reasons why I've waited 4 months to make a video is because half the time I'm not myself. And then most of the time has changed. And you can say, yeah, he seems like a normal human being. I seem like one. Well, the icing on the top here is what is going on in your head is not only are you sad and disappointed in life, you are changing full on, and people do care about you all the time, my friends and family and people that are out there. But here's the switch in a person's brain when they officially change. You see results. You never let people down. You never lie to them just because they want a stupid picture or, hey, I'm horny or whatever. And they're willing to focus on their goal every single day. My goal for me is different than a homosexual's in the community that, like I said, I am going to just point that stuff out. I'm not against people. They can be whatever they want. I want to understand, why would some guy say that they're going to call the police when I got a recording a while back and just kind of avoided it? And I've given people 1,000 chances to just say, I am sorry for pushing you way over the edge. And I'm not trying to do anything wrong here. There is nothing I can possibly do to be a part of my neighbor if all they're going to do is get mad at me, scream at me, judge me for who I am. I don't care. People are going to judge people. It's just part of life. We could be judging somebody on the screen and we've never met them. We could say, hey, cool, they're funny, they're cute, or whatever. And then we start giggling and then we wonder, why don't I feel like myself? You don't feel like yourself because you're choosing not to be yourself. You're choosing to be someone else. Okay? Brittany I've been talking to Brittany for some time, and I have promoted this. I have told people, I have told her multiple times, and for some exact reason, we still have the same mindset. Like we're stuck on the exact same conversation, but the horizon has opened up a void and a conversation to know what I need to do next. And the void is that's between you and something that is in the way. I used to believe that there was a such thing as aliens. I used to believe that I used to be crazy, that I used to be bad, crazy, whatever it might be. I used to be everything. But here's the difference of what's going on now. I realize I had to let go of that guy so God can bless me in this day and age, right? Because God can bless anybody just by a circumstance. Here is the biggest choice of your own whole entire life. You could start going to school. You could start taking your medication, right? I am 100% sober when it comes to alcohol since May. Now, I could have posted a video, but I didn't. I could have said I love someone, but how can I love someone that only cares about butts, that only cares about alcohol, that only cares about drugs, that only cares about being right all the time, right? This is what people have to deal with. And if I'm so crazy, then what am I supposed to do? I can say, yeah, cool, I love you, I miss you, I want to be with you, and then boom, it just hits you. How are you living? What have you been up to? What are the choices you've been up to? Have you been working out? Have you not been working out? Have you been going on night walks? Have you been going on day walks? Have you been going to therapy? Have you been going to church to go see your pastor? And if so, what are the consequences, the good ones, the good consequences that are getting out of it? You're getting help, you're getting guidance, you're getting support. I just talked to him like Wednesday last week and Thursday maybe. Actually, it was Wednesday because that's when I broke down in tears. And yeah, that whole day ended up going by so quick, I don't really remember much. I went to the vape shop or this cigarette spot, and I'm not going to tell you where because I don't know the address. Even if I wanted to, I could point it out to people, but it's not going to, I'm not going to go there. Okay, so I don't know if I've pointed this out to people on YouTube before or if I've pointed out to people, maybe it's just been my doctor. These are some of the doctor's pills that I have researched and I've taken before, and I've already took opiates. I don't give two craps about what I've done because I'm not ashamed, and in God's name, everything is going to be fine, right? And that's what you want to believe. Well, let me end up going through this and you thinking what I've done is right and wrong here. The reasons why I wrote this down is because I need to know what was going on. And this isn't enough. This isn't like, these aren't the only sheets that I have. I have a whole bunch of papers. I have history books that are on this topic. It's about mental health. We are going to communicate about health problems and things that are going to be changing. That will be our next series. And the reasons why we're going to go there is because I'm going to school and I want to motivate to bring people, to draw people in, and then being able to release another album is going to be helpful to a lot of people. Now, let's get into it because I want to know that we are running out of time almost, and we are at the very close to the end before we end up getting on to another video later on at some point. It is 1:35, 1:34 in the morning today where I'm at. You got ADHD medicine, which is everything has to be perfect, just like OCD. People end up having OCD. People have schizophrenia. People end up having all sorts of things. And the reasons why I'm showing you this, these are all psychotics. This right here is a headache pill. I don't recommend it, but if you want to search it, go ahead because it will be out there. Nicotine can also help. Nicotine patches can also help. It's probably as clear as it's going to get for most of my next few videos. Pain relievers. Psychotics have to do with person becoming psycho, which is another way of saying you could become Jeffrey Dahmer and not even know about it overnight. Psychotics. Let's see. Yes, all of these are going to be psychotics that my ex-girlfriends have taken, boyfriends, whatever, have taken. And some people seem to never want to acknowledge the reasons why this is still on the planet. I am trying to not only tell people But these, I would recommend never taking olanzapine, right? Because the longer that I took it, eventually on the 18th one, I just told my neighbor today when he came over, because it was I needed to talk to someone and he understood what was going on with me. When you take olanzapine, and again, a doctor is going to prescribe every single medicine out there, so it's just these are different symptoms, these are different side effects, these are different things, and when you look up all the side effects and all the things, olanzapine might be the only one that really pinpoints uh, very, very bad also psychosis or whatever can draw there. I don't recommend it, but if you are going to go on a pill, that is top one. Um, Another one you want to go on if you were even interested, and like I said, I'm only promoting this because I have all the work here. This this one right here is what I've been told by doctors, by therapists, by the hospital near me, which is like not that far away. That one right there is going to help with cuckoo birds that are in the nest. And I've been told that I am crazy, batshit crazy. I am every single thing. I have been told that I have every symptom out there. Then I end up bouncing back. So then maybe I don't have it. I recommend, like I said, this was back in June when I created this and met with the doctor. So a lot of this is what you're going to be prescribed by the doctor. But I recommend checking this out if you are under the influence of learning what it means. I don't recommend drinking alcohol when you're using this stuff because it will eventually catch up to you. These are some more names. This whole book there's a whole bunch of books I have, but these are some more to just kind of get a feel for who you are as a person. What would you recommend? Um, but some of these are just colors. And like I said, I have identified my neighbor as a person that I could trust, but then lost control of their ability of their mouth and shutting down. They would do that on a weekly basis. I'm just wanted to get things off my chest. That when you are going so far down the book, you'll learn that it's okay to be happy. It's okay to understand who you are as a person. It's okay for somebody to misunderstand what's going on. It's okay to not have all the answers, my friends and family and people that are out there. If you're struggling with depression, if you're struggling with bipolar, if you're struggling with schizophrenia, if you're scared of talking to your family about sex, I recommend talking to your mother or father. Mother is going to be maybe appreciated that you actually have brought that to their attention. There is also 3 new generations behind me that have picked up all sorts of weird names about what sodium is, what sugar is, what love is. Love is girls in this day and age, some of them, not all. They want you as a guy or a sir to go pick up a gift card for them. And that is it. And here's the one thing you want to know. I may not have the answers, but at least I am willing to put myself out there. I am not willing to let Satan walk right through my door and trample on me and take me. And like I said, that's just a piece of paper of all the work that I've worked on since June. And that's not even there. I've worked all year, and there's some, once we work about certain things, like I said, I'm going to take what I've learned in school and bring it to the table here, because there's going to be a lot of question marks, and people are going to be like, wait, hold on, what did he say, or what did he say, what did she say? And it's not what people are saying, it's how are they communicating with Weaver Human Services is going to be more advanced than you think. And because some people in this world are going to refuse to acknowledge that they need a therapist or don't need a therapist, and then when they do figure out more information about it, I'm not saying it's good and I'm not saying it's bad. It's okay to go get a bus pass. It's okay to jump out of your comfort zone. It's okay to tell a therapist. It's okay to tell a family member, an aunt, an uncle, whatever it might be, about whatever your situation is. If your situation is you want to smoke weed or you want to do marijuana and you want to do that behind your mom and dad or aunts, family members, or therapists or doctors' minds, go right ahead, because even sometimes you can say it and still never come through on your end, right? I've had to bury all my emotions. I've had to give up a lot of things. I've had to throw out trashes. I've had to throw all sorts of trash, all sorts of food away, all sorts of things, and bury all my emotions. When I say bury, I'm saying bury all my damn emotions and never giving a fuck what people say in this planet, because this planet is broken and we can't do anything about it. And even if we can do something about it, there's not enough people that are willing to step up to the door. They're not willing to step up. They're not willing to love you. They're not willing to do this. Love isn't I love you feelings. Love is I love you. Like, I care more about who you are as a person than I care about this cigarette. I care more about your feelings. I care more about this than to, hey, I'm going to go to New York City tomorrow. Or, hey, I'm going to go to Chicago. Or, hey, I'm going to go to Florida. And when you travel, it's just a matter of time. Did something slip out of my mouth? Or do I care? What happened back in March, could have happened to anybody, right? You can say that you love your family. You can say it. But if you don't show it and you don't bounce back, then people are going to doubt you for most of your life. And it doesn't matter if you're a sir or a woman or whatever you are. I am not a person that wants to fight with people. I'm not a person that wants to give up just over a cigarette, just over an alcohol, just over this, right? I used to go to the bar a lot. That's what I tell every person. I used to drink 40 beers a day, and I was broken me. It might have even been closer to 60 beers. I don't remember much, but my mind is so wicked and so bad. I am the worst person ever, right? But I have emotional detachment. That's what they want you to believe. That's what people want people to believe in this community, that I'm a bad person and everything I do is wrong. Right? My family have been telling me that I've been beating myself up over a cigarette. And the moment that I do this, a therapist isn't going to protect me. Going to Walmart is not going to protect me. Eating steak is not going to protect me. What's going to protect you is by setting boundaries and setting goals for every single time that you go somewhere. Because when you are happy, you are going to end up knowing that you are not the only one that is sitting there. You can be so broken into the point where you just want to give up your life. You've wanted to jump off that bridge. You've wanted to jump off that mountain. You've wanted to jump out of a car. You wanted to just die, and you want to just shoot yourself. But I'm not going to give up on myself. I'm willing to put my emotions away. I'm willing to say yes to certain things. I'm willing to say, no, I don't need this person in my life. I'm going to bury my emotions, and I'm going to avoid them, right? My neighbor has not only affected me, right? Back in March, and this is something that is pointing out to me. This is what my therapist said. This is what people in the community are like, no, you're a bad person. Therapy is not going to ever work. That's it. It's as simple as that. And when you shoot up, when you're shooting drugs up, when you're putting drugs in your body, when you're taking as many pills as you possibly can to end everything because nobody gives a fuck on this planet, just in this planet. God cares about you, and that's just the way it is. But if nobody gives a fuck about me, then what am I supposed to do? I was so close of just throwing this away. Here's the difference. I'm willing to show my emotions to a person, but it doesn't help me. It doesn't help. Therapy ain't going to help with anyone. And you can say, I don't want to do this and I'm crazy. You can call me crazy as many times as you want. Here's the plus line to everything that you're going to tell yourself. Is everything you do worth it? Then you might need to end up growing up a little more. Not only been taught what I have pursued so many bad choices and so many things that are out there. And I know I need to stay in school and I know I need to do this, but here's a chance of a lifetime. Give yourself to the one and only. That's it. Now, I'm going to let you sit on that for a few minutes and let you just kind of walk all over that. Meaning, I want you to take the steps. I've already pointed out that I've teed up the ball, right? In softball or baseball or football or sprinting, air hockey, whatever it might be. But I have done everything I possibly can to not only say that I love someone. I have shown so many different emotions. I have been screaming my head off. I have been getting mad. I have never been in a relationship. And like I said, the reasons why I'm shouting out to my ex is because I want people to believe that that is exactly what I've been doing, is talking to them. But I'm just pointing it out. Everything I just said is 100% true if you are being a smartass. It's 100% true when you were talking negative. You get to decide, have I ended up telling the truth or have I not? Because I don't tell the truth, people are going to assume that I'm lying. And when they make a mistake, they're going to blame me for something that's going on in their life. I could be proud of myself, not because of someone else, because I have taken the steps to go and see a movie. I'm willing to take a night walk. I'm willing to do things, but I have to accept that I don't have all the answers. I have to accept that once you do have this mistake that happens, there's no going back. Okay? But the reasons why I'm pointing out this, and you can go back and watch this whole entire video, and I'm going to mean every single word. It doesn't matter from you start from beginning. I've already pointed it out. Here's one more thing you might want to take into consideration. You could say one thing. What is the one thing that you were thankful for? And say why. Is it your family? Is it your friends? Are you grateful for being alive? Are you grateful for having that bicycle? Are you grateful for having that game set, the video game set? Are you grateful for having a roof above your head? Are you grateful for having clothes on your back? Are you grateful for having a bed to sleep in? Are you grateful for having a shower, being able to poop and go to the bathroom as many times as you have to, or shit, whatever people want to end up saying? Are you grateful for being able to have razors? Are you grateful for having hair? Are you grateful for being who you are as a person? Because not everybody's going to agree with you. Not everybody's going to disagree with you, right? I pointed out yesterday when I was in class almost 24 hours ago, which class is going to start in like a little over 7 hours, 8 hours from now. What can I possibly do is I made a joke and I asked, how are you supposed to forgive someone? How are you supposed to forgive someone? And the teachers and all the classmates eventually started, woohoo, go on, please. And they said, yes, it is very hard to forgive your neighbors, your friend, your girlfriend, your exes, your whatever might be out there, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, whatever might be forcing you to not be able to apologize. And when you're not able to live up to the standards of someone else, you're not only going to end up saying, this is not worth it. There's nothing on this planet that is going to protect me, so I might as well just live however I want. That is not what forgiveness stands for. That is another way that we are going to talk about much later and sometime in the middle of the day and then tomorrow night, or I guess tonight, tomorrow. How am I supposed to forgive someone that keeps going on about nonsense? How am I supposed to forgive my neighbor for telling me that I'm a good person and they have nothing to say? And I have nothing to say. I'm emptied. Right. I might have been taking the last 4 months and being like, you know what? I don't really care about myself, or I do care about myself. But one thing you want to know, how to forgive. You accept that you understand that you can forgive yourself and forgive the other person by keeping your distance. And if they are refusing to acknowledge, right, I'm refusing to acknowledge I've done something wrong to my neighbor, which ends up acting like my mother. And I don't want that at all. She acts like it. She prepares food just like her. She prepares uh, steak, burgers, candy, goodies. Why should I give up my peace and quiet? My peace and quiet because my neighbor wants to talk to me about her boyfriend's friend or boyfriend's whatever. She's now dating someone, and this is like an old mother. She's 43 years old, but even know that she is older than me by a long period of time, 45 years old, 46, whatever. There has to be a quote. What am I supposed to do? Right? My neighbor is doing something wrong and I cannot say anything about it. I can't control the conversation. She's not my husband. I'm not her husband. That came out very wrong, but I don't care. I'm not going to take that out of there. I'm leaving it all up there. I'm not her husband, and she's not my girlfriend. She's not my wife. The point I'm trying to make is there can be one neighbor that gets on your nerve and they can piss you off so much that you have nothing to say to them. And I haven't spoken to them in very close to a month. And they are telling our pastor that I'm a bad person, that I need help, that I need mental help from a doctor's point of view. I need to sit in a mental hospital because of someone else's doing. When that is not true, or the pastor is communicating how to get along with a brother and sister in a church, right? I just pointed out multiple things that can happen. There's days that people are not going to be able to want to go outside. And 99 to 100% of people do not want to go outside on a Monday. Do not want to go anywhere until nighttime on Monday night, because then that is when the fun starts. But see, Thursday night, that is when the best fun happens. My new number is the 13th. And the reasons why I say the 13th, I can pick a day and know I'm going to be satisfied. Right. Me and my friend, we went to try to get him a bus pass at Weber Human Services, but you have to be a member of therapy and actually taking the steps to better self, to go even more. The meantime of this, me and my buddy, you obviously have seen him or people on my YouTube channel here that I finally have gotten back up. And I'm proud of myself knowing that this isn't the one, right? This is the one that I can finally step up to. And I'm not saying down the road we're going to end up we're going to have a lot of things. And like I said, there's a lot of places that we are trying to, we're in the process of getting a new place, just like 25 minutes away from here, maybe 30 minutes, whatever. But in the meantime of this lonely days, when you were super depressed and you have nobody in your corner but that boy or but that girl, I recommend trying to communicate with them and be friends, and then work into being relationship. And if you jump into a relationship, you jump in bed, fine be. There's been multiple girls that are like, yeah, I'm gonna come over, and then here's the backside to it. Every single girl that I've ever met is some way, and we all do. It's not just women, it's guys too, it's people. They love you, they take care of you, and they actually show you that they actually want to be around. And I'm not saying this isn't a bad thing for people to get out there and do activities. What I am constantly trying to get out there is, how can I better myself every single day? And like I said, these questions are going to be posted more often. And I'm going to ask a question here. And eventually in December 8th, I'm going to end up having social media because I got rid of it. And I'm just debating if I need to get back there, right? The only reason why I got rid of it is because social media can be 100% crap how you meet people. But it also can be a miracle, and it can also be a blessing in disguise that the universe or God is helping everybody in some way, shape, or form. We're all being blessed, and when we're not, when we're going through crap or we're going through hell, when we're doing this, you imagine, I wonder what that person is going through in their mind. And you just ask a simple question by, well, okay, that's good to hear, or whatever needs to be done. But I'm going to tell you something. I'm very proud of every single person here. Whether you watch all my videos, whether you don't, I would rather people watch all of my videos than to be sad and sitting on the find someone than to sit on a couch saying, you know what? Yeah, I know football season's like 3 weeks away or 5 days away or whatever it might be, but I'm not going to give up on this. And I'm going to be satisfied with everything that's going on. And the reasons why you have to be satisfied is because, not because of people, not because of women, not because of prostitutes, not because of sex, because you want to choose women over trying to hurt yourself. You want to choose therapists over trying to hurt yourself. And again, I'm mainly just pointing out what I have done to give someone else help. And I really appreciate when people end up saying, hey, like, I'm very proud of you. You have earned a lot of respect. You have come back. My family have obviously changed because of prayer. And I've prayed to end up getting back on here and to show people, not only am I broken, You can be broken and we can be in the exact same place and we can text each other on YouTube or whatever it might be, right? In the last 2 months, I will have to explain this much later. We are running out of time. It is after 2 o'clock in the morning. But my final point, is I want someone to go out, try to forgive someone that has gotten mad at you, and try to accept their apology. That is it. If anything else you're going to take away from this video, if you want to call me a bad person because I'm teaching what I have been taught in the last several months, in the last 4 months, very close, or over the 4 months, 4 months and 4 days since I made a video. That's 124 days since I made a video. But I am going to be back much later on, which is about 12 hours from now. I will be back at the studio, connecting with people and making more videos. We hope that you guys like this one. Sorry it's so long. I know that I have made it. One more thing. I will continue praying for people to understand what's happened. And there are, like I said, there's going to be a lot coming and going. Thank you guys. We will talk to you guys soon and much later. It is after 2 o'clock in the morning. So God bless everybody and take care of yourself because, like I said, we got 2 more of these and then we're going to be done with this series. And then we'll eventually come up with new ones. And hopefully it's every single day after I come back from visiting somebody, my friend. But I've already pointed out certain things. I really hope that you have a great day. And take care of yourself. We have fun. We can rock on. And don't forget to look forward to new channels coming forward. Like I said, hit that like, subscribe, and share this video all over and let people know what time it is to stand up and do something different. And we will have more music coming, more albums, and stay blessed out there, guys.